Drone music is a form of music that, rather than putting an emphasis on melody, it forgoes the need for melody altogether. It's melodically static. So you either have a single tone or a chord that is drawn out, either coming in and out or repeated, or just statically there for a duration of time. And there can be rhythmic elements or non-drone elements, found sound, all kinds of elements mixed in, but that droning is its key and primary feature. The father of drone music in the West would be a man named Lamont Young, who is an American minimalist composer, who as a young man would stand by an electrical box, one of those transformer boxes, which emitted a 60 hertz hum, and he would just stand there for hours and hours and hours listening to it because he liked the way it sounded and it moved him. So he was one of the first people to really take that droning element as a means and an end, rather than just a passing characteristic of his music. There is certainly way more people working in drone today than there was 50 years ago. But there's not a lot of people in the grand scheme of things working in it. So there's room to maneuver, and there's room to play. There's room to get creative and not feel as if there are a million other people trying to do the same thing. So normally I'll come into a room a lot like this one here and try to set up sounds in the room that move me, that I find appealing, that together build up to something that seems coherent or dissonant in a way that I find compelling. And then I'll go back to my mixer, make sure that my levels are good, and record that in some software, and then either mix that live while I'm recording it to sculpt the sound by adding things and taking them away, or I'll go and mix it afterwards and do that process where I'm bringing faders of my mixer up and down in order to create different blends that emphasize different elements, that shift the emotional quality and the formal balance between the parts. The instruments that I've been using for the last several months are a Hammond organ, one of the cheapo ones that was sold to churches back in the 70s and 80s, which came into my life about 5.5 years ago when I first moved down here, which I got from the Penny Saver for free, and it still smells like an old lady's garage. And that's really useful because I'll build up nice thick chords, and it has a very strange, warm sound to it. Fast or slow. I've got a couple of synthesizers, one of which is a Moog Little Fatty. That's a monophonic synth, meaning it has only one voice. And I can create some really nice, kind of aggressive, somewhat distorted sounds with that, or even nice, very, very clean, beautiful, transcendent sort of sounds. The other synth I have is this strange little synthesizer with a great name. It's called the Grendel Drone Commander, and it's in an ammo box, and it has a bunch of knobs, and you can't play it. You can't play a traditional melody on it if you wanted to. You can kind of make it pulse. I can have the two oscillators on that one kind of come in and out with each other. One more instrument that I've used a little bit is a theremin. There's an antenna that you put your hand near to change the pitch, and there's another one that you put your hand near to change the overall volume, and you kind of feel like you're doing magic when you're playing. I always set out to try to make something that, number one, I've never heard before. Number two, that I really want to hear. Number three, that no one else would be either inclined to make or is capable of making because they maybe lack the exact combination of instruments that I have in the given space I have to work with. My feeling is that if somebody else can make the work of art or music and is making art or music that's like it, why do I need to make that? I want to make something that is surprising and unexpected for me, for my own benefit. I don't necessarily care if anyone likes the music or art I make. That's an added bonus if they do. Because drone music lends itself to long duration, there's great potential in it to create pieces that have an epic quality, or that almost have the quality of landscape, as opposed to say a short pop song. You're telling a story in a different way with drone than you are with traditional melodic music. With drone music, you know what you're getting, and you know you're going to get it, and you have to steel yourself for that a little bit and relax into it at the same time and let it envelop you. It's important for me that a painting or a song or even a photograph have a tension in it. And for me, that tension comes often from leaving things unresolved. I'd rather err on the side of leaving some life and potential in a piece that lacks a little bit of balance, rather than kill it for myself by working it to death and overworking it. Too much resolution is, I think, equivalent to death for a work of art. Whether you purposefully listen to drone music or not, we're comfortable with it. If you've ever had a refrigerator that quietly made a sound that you grew to not notice, and one day noticed it and liked it, you probably like drone music.